Ladies and gentlemen, just when we thought the King Harris story was over, when the world was celebrating his miraculous recovery, when T.I.'s emotional tears had fans sobbing across social media, the Prince of Chaos himself decided to flip the script, because apparently, rest and recovery wasn't on King's schedule. But revenge and reckless behavior? Oh, that was definitely on the menu. Now imagine this, just days after being released from the hospital. Still rocking the hospital wristband, King Harris is caught in a luxury hotel suite, and not alone. Cameras flashing, doors slamming, and a mysterious woman hiding her face behind designer shades. You already know the internet went feral. What happened to the humbled, grateful version of King Harris we saw leaving that hospital bed? Did the hospital for drip have fame juice in it? Or did someone switch his meds with pure chaos? Because here's what's wild, this wasn't just some random hotel meetup, nope, rumor has it. The woman in that room wasn't a new flame, but someone from King's past. Someone T specifically warned him about. Someone who nearly blew up the Harris family's reputation once before. And now, he's back in the headlines. Not for recovery, not for redemption, but for a scandal so insane it's got fans questioning everything. From hospital bed to hotel drama in less than a week, King Harris has officially redefined what it means to bounce back. But the real question is, did he plan this chaos? Or did the chaos plan him? Because buckle up people, this isn't just another celebrity mishap. This is King Harris like you've never seen him before. And trust me, what went down in the hotel room is going to make the hospital drama look like a warm-up act. So let's rewind this madness for a second because it all started so innocently. Just a few days ago, King Harris was the internet's favorite redemption story. Everyone was talking about how he fought his way back to health, how T and Tiny stood by his side, and how the entire Harris family finally seemed united after months of chaos. Cameras caught T wiping tears from his eyes. Fans were tweeting about second chances. And even the haters were giving King a little respect. It was like the universe finally decided to give this kid a break. But if there's one thing we've learned about King Harris, it's that peace and King don't mix. The man thrives on turbulence. It's like drama follows him the way glitter follows a stripper. No matter how hard you try to clean it off, it just keeps showing up. And just when we thought the Harris house was entering its calm era, boom, here comes another hurricane with King's name written all over it, now. According to multiple online whispers, and when I say whispers, I mean full-blown TikTok live theories and Twitter threads with 50K likes, King Harris was spotted late Friday night entering a 5-star hotel in downtown Atlanta. Alone? Not exactly. Witnesses claim he was joined by a woman who looked suspiciously familiar. The same woman King was linked to months ago. Before all the hospital drama, before all the family breakdowns, yacht the ex. Now this is where it gets wild. This girl wasn't just any fling. She was the reason behind one of the Harris family's biggest fights earlier this year. Remember that viral clip where T was yelling, "You better not bring her around my house again?" Yeah, that's her. The internet nicknamed her the Disruptor because every time King got close to her, chaos followed like an unpaid bill. According to one so-called hotel insider, King arrived around midnight wearing a hoodie, a pair of designer slides, and looking like he was sneaking out of witness protection. The woman arrived 10 minutes later, using a back entrance. Security cameras, of course, caught the whole thing. And before you know it, boom, screenshots start flying all over social media. Hashtags like hashtag King Harris Hotel Scandal and hashtag T is livid start trending. Within hours, fan pages went full investigation mode. They zoomed in on blurry photos, matched tattoos, analyzed hand gestures. One fan literally made a PowerPoint presentation proving that the reflection in the hotel mirror matched King's chain from a previous Instagram story. Like, who needs the FBI when you have the internet? But let's not forget, this isn't King's first rodeo. He's been in trouble before. Remember the Waffle House fight video? The one where he claimed he's not one of them regular kids. Yeah, that moment right there was King's unofficial brand launch as a rebel son of the Harris dynasty. T tried to spin it into a teachable moment. Tiny called it youthful rebellion, but fans saw through it. And now, after the hospital saga, everyone thought he'd learned his lesson. Turns out, King's only consistent skill is breaking expectations and rules. So here's what we've pieced together from sources close to the situation. Apparently, King was supposed to be laying low. T.I. had reportedly banned all outside visitors, especially anyone who had a record of stirring the pot. But King, being King, decided to do what he does best, prove a point. He allegedly snuck out under the excuse of attending a private dinner. But that dinner turned out to be a rendezvous that has now set the internet on fire now. Some people are defending him. They're saying he's grown. He can hang out with whoever he wants. Others are calling this the dumbest PR move since Kanye opened his mouth on live TV. Fans are split, half are laughing, half are furious. and the rest are just screen recording every update like it's the finale of a reality show. But let's pause for a second and ask the real question. What was King doing there? Was it just a meetup? Or was there something bigger going on behind those closed hotel doors? Because one anonymous Twitter account that suspiciously always gets the Harris tea first claimed that the woman was seen leaving with a bag full of cash and designer gifts the next morning. Some people are saying it was hush money. Others are saying it was just a generous apology gift. But come on. If there's one thing we've learned from celebrity scandals, apology gifts always come with strings attached. Meanwhile, T reportedly found out not through King, but through the blogs. Imagine that. You're T, a Grammy-winning artist, a proud father trying to keep your family together. And then you open Instagram to see your son trending for a hotel scandal. According to a close family friend, and by close, I mean someone's cousin's hairdresser who once did Tiny's nails, T was furious. He apparently stormed into the family group chat like a prosecutor with evidence. Messages were left unread, phones were turned off, and allegedly, King blocked his dad for nagging too much. Now here's where the energy shifts. T's reaction wasn't just anger, it was heartbreak. People close to the situation say he felt betrayed. Like King just threw away all the progress they'd made after the hospital recovery. Tiny, on the other hand, is reportedly caught in the middle, trying to calm T down while also defending her son's need for independence. Fans are already calling it the Harris Civil War Part 2. Meanwhile, King's been silent. No Instagram lives, no tweets, no statements. Just silence. And that's exactly why fans are spiraling, because if there's one thing King never does, it's stay quiet. Some are saying his PR team finally locked him out of his accounts. Others believe he's planning a tell-all video to control the narrative. And if that's true, oh, you already know it's about to get messy. Because King doesn't just speak, he explodes. And when he does, he drags everyone into the fire with him. T.I., Tiny, the ex, the fans, nobody's safe. But before we jump into what really went down that night, and what this could mean for the Harris brand, let's just acknowledge something. This isn't just a scandal. It's a turning point. The kind of moment that can either make or break a celebrity family. Because when your comeback story turns into your next downfall, that's not just bad luck. That's bad judgment, and trust me, the judgment gets worse. Because what came out next turned a messy rumor into a full-blown explosion. And if you thought that was wild, wait till you hear how deep this thing spiraled. Because suddenly, anonymous sources started crawling out of every corner of Atlanta, each one claiming they had inside knowledge of what really happened that night. According to one leaked report that surfaced on X, formerly Twitter, a hotel employee had allegedly seen King acting erratic in the lobby, just minutes before heading upstairs. Another claimed they heard shouting, laughter, and music from the room around 2 a.m. The hotel itself, of course, refused to comment. But that didn't stop people from connecting dots that probably didn't even exist within hours. Social media detectives had pulled up footage from security cameras showing a young man, matching King's exact outfit, walking through the hallway. The clip was grainy, the angle was bad. But that didn't matter. It was enough to fuel 1,000 YouTube reaction videos and TikTok breakdowns titled things like "The Truth About King Harris," "Hotel Scandal, You Won't Believe This," and "T.I.'s Son Is Out of Control Again." T.I.'s son is out of control again. And let me tell you, the comment sections were pure chaos. One user wrote, "From the hospital to the hotel in 72 hours? That's gotta be a world record." Another said, "T out here crying on camera, while King's out here hosting after parties with his ex." The memes came in fast. Pictures of King in a hospital gown edited into luxury suites. Captions like "Rehab didn't fix this energy," and "From ICU to VIP, King Harris never misses a beat." But behind the laughter, the tension was building. T.I. reportedly called an emergency family meeting the same night the story broke. According to what one insider told Urban Heat Radio, T's reaction was nuclear. He allegedly shouted, slammed his phone, and said the words, "I'm done cleaning up his messes." That line alone became a viral tweet, gathering millions of impressions. Tiny, always a peacemaker, supposedly tried to calm him down, reminding him that King had just gone through a traumatic experience and that kids act out. But T wasn't having it. The man's reputation was on the line, and when your T image isn't just pride, it's profit. His entire brand as a family man who keeps his house in order was starting to look like a bad sitcom. Now, here's where the plot thickens, because just when everyone thought this story couldn't get any more dramatic, an alleged voice recording leaked. Someone claiming to be a friend of King's uploaded a snippet of audio that supposedly captured King talking about the night in question. In the recording, a voice that sounds suspiciously like King says, "I do what I want. Pops can't control me forever. I'm grown. They can keep playing dad and mom. I'm out here living." Boom, explosion. Social media lost its mind. The phrase "I'm out here living" became the new meme of the week. People were printing it on t-shirts, remixing it into songs, and tagging T in every single post. Of course, the Harris family PR team immediately went into crisis mode. They released a vague statement on Instagram stories saying, "Not everything you hear online is true. Respect the privacy of our family during this time." But by that point, it was too late. The fire was already burning out of control. Then came the fake leaks, and they made everything 10 times worse. A blog claimed to have exclusive screenshots of text messages between King and his ex, supposedly showing him bragging about being back on top. Another outlet claimed the hotel room bill was paid with a credit card under one of T.I.'s business accounts, suggesting King had used family money for his little escapade. Fans went crazy. "He's wildin' with his dad's card," one comment said. "T raising a menace, not a mogul," another wrote. "So he healed his body just to break his dad's bank?" Meanwhile, other celebrities started weighing in. One rapper tweeted, "These new kids don't respect legacy anymore. T must be going through it." Another replied with a laughing emoji and said, "From the hospital to the hotel. That boy moving fast." And then, enter the ex. Because of course, she wasn't going to stay quiet while the entire internet dragged her name. She posted a cryptic Instagram story, a boomerang of her sipping champagne with the caption, "Can't break what's already broken." Within minutes, the clip was reposted everywhere. Fans started tagging King, then T, then Tiny, and by the end of the night, hashtag #Can'tBreaksBroken was trending. But the twist? The ex wasn't just playing around online. She was talking. Reporters from gossip outlets started getting exclusive DMs from accounts claiming to be her friends. They painted a picture of King as a young man struggling with pressure, saying he needed an escape. One quote read, "He just wanted to feel normal again. He's tired of being under a microscope." Now sure, that sounds sympathetic until another friend contradicted the whole thing, saying, "He's not struggling. He's reckless. He loves the attention." So which was it? A cry for help? Or a publicity stunt? Because here's the part nobody saw coming. A rumor started floating that King was filming all of this, yes, the hotel night, for a documentary about fame, family, and freedom. Some fans believed it instantly. Others said it was a desperate cover-up. But when a verified film producer commented, "Interesting timing for this kind of exposure," people started wondering if the whole thing was staged, and honestly, that's exactly the kind of thing King would do. T.I. reportedly went off the grid for 2 days after that rumor. No posts, no interviews, nothing. Just silence. Meanwhile, Tiny posted a motivational quote on her Instagram that said, "Sometimes you gotta love people from a distance." Fans immediately took that as shade toward her own son. The Harris family's public image was crumbling in real time. What was supposed to be a touching comeback story, a family's emotional healing, had turned into a full-blown circus. The same fans who cried when King left the hospital were now laughing, posting comments like, "That recovery didn't last long," and just when people thought it couldn't get any more chaotic, another leak dropped. This time, it wasn't a tweet, or a story, or a fake screenshot. It was actual security footage, a short, blurry video allegedly from the hotel hallway, showing King arguing with someone off camera. You couldn't see much, but you could hear him shout, "I said don't call nobody. You don't know who I am." That one clip changed everything. Suddenly, this wasn't just King being messy, it was King being out of control. Fans started calling for T to step in before something worse happens. Some even accused the family of covering up the truth, and that's when things really started to unravel. By the time the third day rolled around, the King Harris Hotel scandal wasn't just a trending topic anymore. It was a full-blown cultural event. News anchors were dropping his name like it was breaking world news. Hip-hop podcasts were dissecting every detail, and YouTube commentators were milking the story for every possible thumbnail. It wasn't about facts anymore. It was about the fallout. Because now, people weren't asking what happened. They were asking, what happens next? And let me tell you, what came next was chaos in its purest form. First, the hotel released a formal statement. Well, sort of. They didn't name names, of course, but they did confirm that an incident involving a high-profile guest occurred, and that authorities were notified for safety reasons. Boom, one sentence, and suddenly, everybody assumed King Harris was officially under investigation. Lawyers started weighing in on TikTok, analyzing the situation like it was the OJ trial. One said, if the property had to notify authorities, something serious might have happened in that room. Another chimed in, even if nothing criminal took place, this could hurt T.I.'s business interests. And speaking of T, this man was done. According to reports from the Hip Hop Dispatch, T called his management team and demanded that all upcoming appearances be cancelled. Until the situation is handled, word on the street is. He even unfollowed King on Instagram, which fans immediately noticed and turned into another storm. Comments poured in. T.I. unfollowed his own son. That's how you know it's serious, Tiny. On the other hand, tried to play peacemaker again. She allegedly reached out to both King and the ex privately, trying to get the full story. But insiders say she broke down in tears when she realized King wasn't returning her calls. One of her friends told a gossip blog, Tiny is heartbroken. She feels like she's losing her baby to fame and ego. Meanwhile, King finally reappeared online, but not how anyone expected, out of nowhere. He went live on Instagram. Over 40,000 people tuned in instantly, expecting an apology, a denial of something. But King didn't come to explain, he came to taunt. Sitting in a dimly lit room with a smirk on his face, he started the live saying, "Y'all believe anything the internet tells you. I can't even chill without y'all making up stories." Then he added, "And for everybody talking about the hotel, mind your business. I'm grown. Pops raised me to be a boss, and bosses don't answer to nobody." The comments section exploded. Fans begged him to log off, while others egged him on. He laughed through the chaos, saying, "If you think a hotel room's the worst y'all gon' see, stay tuned." Boom, mic drop. He ended the live, and just like that, the story got 100 times worse. Because that one line, "stay tuned," made people believe he had something planned. Was it a diss track? A documentary? A tell-all interview? Nobody knew. But the speculation was endless. And while the internet debated theories, T was reportedly on the phone with his lawyers, according to a source close to the family. T wanted to legally limit King's use of the family name in any future projects. That's right. T was allegedly trying to stop his own son from using Harris in his brand. The same last name that opened doors for King was now being treated like a liability. And it didn't stop there. Sponsors started backing out of deals. A small clothing brand that had just signed King for a collaboration quietly deleted their promo posts. Bloggers began speculating that King Harris is now to hunt for brands. One headline read, "King Harris comeback turns into career collapse." Meanwhile, fans started posting side-by-side clips, one of T crying outside the hospital, and another of King smirking on his live, the caption, "From tears to tantrums." What happened? King. That video alone racked up millions of views. Now, here's where the fallout turned from messy to catastrophic. Apparently, the authorities being notified part of the hotel statement wasn't just pure fluff. There was, allegedly, a noise complaint filed that night, and while no one was arrested, King's name was reportedly mentioned in the report. Once that detail leaked, news outlets ran with it like wildfire. Some claimed the police visited the room. Others exaggerated it into King detained for questioning. None of it was verified. But that didn't matter. In the court of public opinion, he was already guilty. And when T finally broke his silence, it wasn't through a post or a press conference. It was through a leaked voice message. In the clip, T.I.'s voice is heard saying, "I tried, man. I really tried." But you can't help somebody who don't want to be helped. You can hear the exhaustion, the disappointment, the weight of a father who's tired of being both a parent and a publicist. Fans flooded the comments with heartbreak emojis and sympathy messages. Even T.I.'s critics were saying, "That man's hurting for the first time." It seemed like the audience turned against King. People who used to cheer for his rebellious energy were now calling him spoiled, entitled, and a walking PR disaster. But the internet moves fast, and King knows that better than anyone. Just as everyone thought he was done for, King dropped a teaser clip on his socials. A black screen, dramatic music, and a single line of text, "The truth they don't want you to hear. Coming soon." The comments went crazy. Some said it was a publicity stunt. Others believed he was about to expose his own family. And honestly, with King, you never know which side of the chaos you're getting, the victim or the villain. Meanwhile, T reportedly had one final demand, that King issue a public apology before things spiral even further. But if King's history tells us anything, it's that he doesn't back down, not even from his own dad. So here we are, a family torn apart by fame, a comeback story turned into a scandal, and a young man who seems determined to prove the world wrong, even if it means burning down everything around him. But the real question isn't whether King Harris can recover from this. The question is, does he even want to? Because every time he gets a second chance, he turns it into another headline. Every time the world roots for him, he gives them a reason to regret it, and maybe that's the point. Maybe King isn't trying to fix his image. Maybe he's embracing the chaos. After all, in today's world, controversy isn't a curse. It's a career move. So whether this was a scandal, a setup, or a masterclass in attention grabbing, one thing's for sure, King Harris has everyone watching, again. And if you thought the hospital story was emotional, This one just redefined what it means to go from healing to headline material. And there you have it, from hospital gown to hotel chaos. From public sympathy to pure scandal. King Harris has once again managed to turn his life into the internet's favorite soap opera. But the question still stands, is this just another reckless mistake? Or is King playing the media like a professional puppet master? Because think about it, every single time people say, that's it, his career is over, King pops back up trending even harder. Maybe the scandal is a strategy. Maybe he knows exactly what he's doing. Or maybe, just maybe, we're all part of the show. Feeding the fame machine. One share, one comment, one hashtag at a time. So I want to hear from you. Do you think King Harris has completely lost control? Or is this all one big publicity stunt to keep his name hot? Was that hotel scandal a reckless move? Or a calculated one? Drop your thoughts below, because I'll be reading every single comment, and trust me, the next update might just prove one of you right. This story isn't over. Not even close. With King Harris, it never is. The question isn't whether there'll be another headline. It's when. So if you want the real updates before anyone else, if you want the behind-the-scenes truth the mainstream blogs won't tell you, stay locked in right here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tap the bell icon so you don't miss a single twist. And share this video with someone who still thinks the Harris family drama is just a phase. Because the way things are going, this phase might just last forever. Stay tuned, because the next chapter in the King Harris saga is already writing itself. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon so you never miss an update, and share this video with your friends, because the drama is just getting started. It's just getting started.